1940.
Looking for someone who's essentially a bit of a sales agent.
Just wrapped up today's session with the new academy. I went over last week's stuff on market trends as well as touched up on some new pointers of support and resistance, sort of just like an intro session on that. Also, we're supposed to have a tournament on the Saturday as well, which got rained off, and tonight's tennis got rained off as well, which is kind of annoying. So probably just gonna hit some calisthenics tonight. Got to keep the body moving somehow, but still need to send out coursework for the week, get a head start on prepping for the next few days. But yeah, pretty standard Monday. Just gotta prep a few things before I hit the gym, and then we'll be ready for Monday's New York session.
In this life, I gotta get rich, I can't be broke. I was asking favors, and everyone telling me no. Wait till the tables turn, we'll see who stays or goes. I don't wanna be outside, I need someone that can keep me home. Yo,
Sent out my Monday analysis to the guys in the Discord. Also dropped some coursework for the week for the new academy. So yeah, everyone's got what they need to get their work done for the week. In terms of the markets, it is a pretty interesting week ahead. Things are looking a little indecisive now, even with the Trump halt of the tariffs. Markets haven't really picked up a direction since the Thursday morning push. There hasn't been any sort of new high, but it is also Good Friday and Easter Monday this week, which is a global holiday. Only two global holidays a year, which is this one and Christmas as well. So markets will be closed on both of those days. So we might see a bit of choppy volume coming in the week. So it could be a little quieter than usual. It's good to preserve capital and only sort of take those high probability setups. No point wasting the markets on trades when the banks aren't even trading either, right? But yeah, look, if we take a quick look at the market, we can see that the weekly moving average here has been retested, and the last sort of weekly candlestick close was a big seller rejection with as well as a strong body, indicating a lot of rejection of sellers as well as a lot of momentum from buyers here also. It's important to note though that the structure in the daily time frame is still bearish, so for us to sort of flip bullish properly, we're going to have to either break structure above here, which I highly doubt, or you form some sort of exhaustion, and then we're able to push down, form a lower high, and then break structure from some other lower high like that, or whether we double bottom, I don't know. So I just have to react to what the market gives us. In terms of the previous 2 days, they are still sort of seller rejection candlesticks, but as you can see, even though we did form this huge candlestick which pushed over 4,000 points here, there was no new high formed past this sort of 40,837 level there. H4 points something a little bit more in detail where we have a lot of downside rejection, but after that rejection we didn't really see a strong push. You see all this rejection here at a higher low point at the level of resistance turn support at 39,387, but the buyer push afterwards has been relatively weak. You can see there's been some seller rejection, some buyer rejection. Overall, to me, what it's telling me is that the market is just a little bit confused right now. So look, we just have to wait for a little more clarity. So this sort of tells me that there is some exhaustion of sellers, of buyers coming into this resistance area. I'm not sure we're going to be able to break it quite so easily there. In H1, you can see I've put a little bit of a note here where we have indecision in the buyer push, essentially just because of the buyer rejection as well as the seller rejection here as well. This doesn't really prove to me or show me any confidence that we have enough momentum right now to break this level of resistance here at 48.78. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the market sort of reacts in this area. If we do get higher time frame exhaustion around this area, I'll definitely be looking to capitalize on some sell positions, but we'll just have to wait and see the confirmation. It is only Monday, so maybe around Tuesday or Wednesday or even Thursday we can get a position in. No rush to get into the market, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what the market gives us. Support is a price level where a downtrend is expected to pause or reverse because buyers are entering them. Never drawn in between, it's always drawn at the bottom and at the top of the ranges.
Oh, S&P, that's what it makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
500.
500, yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah. No, I was like, it wasn't even about that. I think I just saved it randomly.
See that this rejection
is very significant because it's like even these top wicks couldn't continue pushing price down, and we
It's not the fact that you didn't know where obviously the higher low point was. If you zoom out a bit, it's sort of more the fact that you didn't determine that price had flipped from, you know, ranging to trending. Grew 8% in one day, which is fucking insane, right? I think it's actually like 10%. Following on from Monday's analysis, the market has done absolutely nothing. Like I mentioned earlier, Easter break is coming up, so it is a global holiday, so the markets are essentially just prepping to close. Investors are likely just holding off until next week to get active again, which means you should as well, right? That said, after 2 weeks of pretty insane volume and volatility within the market, a slow week like this was kind of overdue, right? For everything to just sort of settle. Honestly, this is the reality of trading, and this is the reality of running sort of any business as well, right? It's not like a 9 to 5 where you show up for the day and boom, you get paid. In trading and business, there's going to be weeks where you make money, weeks where you lose money, and sometimes weeks like this where nothing happens at all and there's nothing you can do about it. What matters is your business profitable over time? Because that's the real focus. You've got to accept that there will be quiet weeks or quiet periods where your job is just to preserve capital, right? And wait for volume to return. What's important though is showing up and consistency. Like I've still sent my markups every single day this week in my Discord, even though the markets have been dead, because I still want to show my students that this is all part of the process and there are going to be times like this, and that's okay. So look, if you're feeling frustrated right now or a bit confused on what the markets are doing this week, take a step back, take a breath, because it's all part of the bigger picture. This is where patience, discipline, and consistency really come into play the most. The market will pick up again. There will be another trade, as there always is. Until then, it's always sort of best to protect your capital, stay sharp, and always just keep showing up, because long-term success, it's built in the quiet weeks as well.
Quem me vinga da mandinga figa de Guiné, mas o de fé do meu axé não vou dizer quem é. Quem me vinga da mandinga figa de Guiné, mas o de fé do meu axé.
Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Spotted a dime at the corner of my eye. She got enough man on the line, back just poking like a knife. Think she tryna get my line. Demon with the angel eyes. Maybe I'm hypnotized, but why am I thinking twice? Right.
We don't send them the ID. If they wanna come, then we send them a personal driver.
Nice shot. That's a go on. Let's go on. That's a go on. Beautiful. Sit. Okay. We take it. We take. Yes. Oh. Where's the...
Yo, all my L's, they call me the V. Aye, yo, she and I fuck my ex, got unsexy, red in the V. No, she'll get in the feelings if I put in some R&B. If I put in that gen.
Yeah, I also feel like it's way more like maybe a Cali. Let's move on to Monte Carlo and some of our.
Dr. Planta, you'll each take turns cooking.
Oh shit! Shit! No. That was a mistake. No way! Shit! Next point's match point. Shit! How was that?
Yeah. The world is so small till it ain't. Yeah. I'm building up a wall till it breaks.
Picked up IKEA this morning with my girl, moving into a new place later next week. About to get a hit in with one of my friends just for a couple hours, work on a few different things. So just wrapped up. Very solid hit with Josh this afternoon. Really good weather for it. Worked on a lot of point construction, keeping it cross instead of trying to rip winners down the line all the time. Also just had to work on my forehand. Noticed that in my practice out in the week, wasn't really flowing how I liked it, so had to look back on the footage and notice that my arm had a little too much tension in it, so focused on keeping that one loose. Got semis in about 2 weeks, so got to stay sharp for that one as well. But for tonight, just gonna relax, do a bit of recovery, get some food in, and edit the video you're currently watching. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in a bit.